This is Jay the Motivator. Welcome to the YouTube channel. But I hope everyone enjoys the content, our long form videos, our shorts. Don't forget to check us out on other social media. Our link through Linktree is down below. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and several other places as well. We appreciate you, and now let's get to the video. We're back with another pool video, playing 9-ball. I messed up the 1 and the 2, but here I am starting with the 3. Perfect shape. Cue ball control to come around the 8, have a shot on the 4. From the angle it looks like I can't get to the 4, but I can. And I put some bottom on it so that it hits the rail, it comes, it bumps to 6 to slow me down. I'm dead set on the 5. I play the 5 with a little bit of top so that it'll roll right back out. I get good shape on the 6. I want an angle to get to the 7 around the 9. Little top left, not too much. Plays perfect. Exactly where I want to be. Now I still have to get around the 9 because I'm dead on the 7. So I do top right. I'm letting throw put the cue ball in the pocket, and I put some power on it because I don't normally make those well. I stroked it too well. And here I am looking at a bank on the 8, and my debit card was declined. Not even there. I tried. I didn't realize I was going to stroke the 7 that much. So I've missed the 8 once. I get a little frustrated. And of course I missed the 8 again. I don't account for throw. I probably don't even throw it as much as I thought I should. Now I got to set up for the 8 to get on to the 9. Little bottom to come back some. And now I come back, and now I got shape on the 9. And I made the money ball this time. That's something that I'm working on. You guys have seen this in the videos. I struggle with that last ball, but I'm trying to get better at it. So that's 9-ball. And now we go to the next one. I made it through the 6, messed it up, missed the 7. So here we play the 7 with a little bit of top to come around. I wanted to hit the rail and come out some for a straight shot on the 8, but I kind of bumped the 9. I still had enough angle to throw it, I thought, and I missed. So now I play this shot with some English because I want to kind of get behind the 9 a little bit. And it worked out perfect. I got the 9, I got behind it, I bumped it off the rail, and now I have a steep shot. Not the best one, but I do have a shot on the 9, and I made it. Pow! So I'm trying to improve my position play. The play on that 7 wasn't the best because I only had a small window to hit. Now what I've done now is set up all the balls on the table. I'm trying to make every one without missing. So that was 1. And then here goes number 2. 2. Good shape. Bump the 7 to stay there for the 3. I was happy with that. Made contact the way I wanted to. Play the 3. I'm working on that pocket speed. Not playing it so hard. I don't have to hit every shot a million miles an hour. You're more accurate and you have more control over where the cue ball goes when you shoot slow. You take a car that's doing a burnout. The wheels are spinning so fast that it's not making enough contact to go as fast as it should, so it barely moves. Some shots you got to shoot like that. You got to shoot hard to slow it down. But the cue ball wants to roll. Let it roll. That shot on the 3 that you just saw, I didn't shoot it super hard. I just let the cue ball do what it wants to do. It wants to roll. I should have let it roll a little bit more. I wasn't really happy with that 5 shot. So I pivot. I play the 1 inside with a little bit of English. Didn't want to bump that 11 into the other ball. I think that's the 15. Don't quite know how I managed to do that. But now I kind of pivot. go to play the 6. Played it too hard. And I'm frustrated because at this point, I really want to get a good run out. And I feel like I can. Like I'm right there. I just have to put some pieces together. So I survey the table. I play the 5 in the side. Bank shot. Pow. Perfect. I'm trying to get my banks back together. I went through a spell where I couldn't near about bank anything. But lately my debit card been declined. So we're trying. Play the 11. With a little bit of top. I was trying to bump those 2 balls to separate them. And it did not work. And I ended up trapped behind the 9. But I had just enough angle on the 2 with some English to throw that 2 in there. So I was able to throw the 2 in. And now I'm at an angle where I can break up that combo by playing 1. So I play that one. That was the 11, I believe. And now I think that is that the 15? I know it's purple, but I can't tell the number from here. But I play it, and I get decent shape on the 6. Would have been nice to get a little bit more, but we can adjust that with English. Play the 6, a decent shot. Now I can play the 14 in the corner. Just a little bit of draw, not a lot. Yeah, perfect. Almost more of a stop shot. So I got an angle on the 9. Perfect. So, in that rack, I played 7 straight, I missed, and then I played 8 straight. So now we set up again. Now at this point, I'm not organizing where the balls sit. I'm just kind of putting them out there based on feel. So I try for the 3. 3 goes perfect. Now I got the 6 in the corner. So work on the 6 in the corner. That plays. So now I've got to adjust because I wanted to come out a little bit more, but I didn't quite get where I wanted to. But I play this in the side, and that was the 5. I did not play it hard enough because I was so close to it. So at this point, I'm just frustrated. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to get that 5 back. I kind of fire that 5 in the side pocket. Cue ball does a little thing, comes out some. And now we can refocus. So that was 1. That was the first of the series. So that's how I'm keeping up with this. It's not color, it's not solids and stripes, but instead it's numbers. How many am I getting? So I made 1. There goes 2. I played that one in the corner. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. Now this is a shot that I've been working on using English. And watch how it takes. That 14 runs past the side pocket like it's not there. Goes dead in the corner. I've been practicing that shot. I've been taught how to play that shot. And then I go to play the 4. And I'm so hyped that I made that 14 the way that I did that I completely messed it up. Or the purple stripe. And it may not be the 14. It may be the 15. But I played it so, or maybe that's, I can't remember the color numbers. But anyway, I played that one well. I missed the 4 because I was mad. I went back and played the 4 again. Now I use a little bit of top just to come off the rail. Perfect. I'm trying to work on this position play because when you play pool, there's 2 things. That side pocket shot is a soft shot to let it fall in. You're hitting the side wall of the pocket, which creates an angle for it to fall, even if it's not 100% straight. But what I'm trying to do, and I've said this before, I got mad because I missed that one. Making balls in a pocket is not necessarily playing pool. Like I played that 3 to get shape for the side pocket shot. Now I can play the side pocket shot. When it is done right, and now I play the 4 in the corner. When it's done right, it's almost like you've literally been given the opportunity to pick the cue ball up with your hand and gently place it where it would be for a perfect shot after. That's what I'm trying to do. The top on that 1 was to get down there for the 11. Now, I didn't get my angle 100% right, and that's why the 11 wobbled. But I moved the cue ball to be there for the 11. Play the 1 in the side with a little bit of power because I'm mad. I'm working on those power side shots. I want a side pocket to feel just as comfortable as a corner pocket. Now, if you've played pool, the side pocket is a little bit more difficult because the angle that's created with the side pocket, you can't play it like you can a corner pocket shot. So I put a little bit of draw on that, stun and kind of come out some. And now I got a shot on the 8. Oop, see, even I thought I made it. Now, we talked about in the last video, there we go, we get it this time in the corner. We talked about in the last video that you don't need 4 or 5 tips of English to get English. And if you missed that video, we'll put a card up for it right now. But I've reset now. Now, this is one where I got real close. I ran 8. Oh no, this was the next one. Okay, so I played a 3 in the corner. Now I'm surveying. That was a little cliffhanger for what comes next. Now at this point, I'm starting to kind of set them up in the same pattern to teach myself how to play some shots. So I made a 3 in the corner. I made that one in the other corner. And now I've got a shot. I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. So I get ready to lean down and shoot the shot. I've got 2 cues that I use. One has a 6-inch extension, and the one you see me playing with now more has like a 2 or 4-inch extension, so it's not as long. So these long shots, I use the other cue that's a little bit longer so I can reach it. I don't like using the bridge. Never been a fan of it, and I still just can't 100% get comfortable with it. But I'm working on it. And I go to play the 1, just a little bit too much spin. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Just enough for it to miss. So now I adjust. Here we go on the side. That's 1. Now we pick another one. We play the 1. That's 2. Now see, that time it still wobbled and caught the pocket, but the speed was good enough for it to still fall. 3. Okay. Now I can shoot the 6 in the corner. That gives me 4. Now I gotta figure out what's my next shot. Okay, so I decided to play, I think that's the 8. Oh no, I tried to play the 11 and I missed it. Okay, so I made 4. So now we start over. We're gonna get to 15. We're going to get to 15. That's 1. Play with a little speed. Not a lot. I'm just trying to get out of the table and off that rail. Perfect. So now I got a shot. That's 2. We're starting to move. We're starting to get some things going. Then I elect to play the 2 in the corner. And I miss it. Because at this point I'm getting frustrated because my pattern play, or should I say the lack thereof, is starting to show. I've got general areas, but I'm not consistent with knowing where I want to go next. Like that 2 shot. I shot that so hard. Now I play this left-handed and it still runs. So I've got to work on my position play and my power, knowing a shot and how hard I need to shoot it. That's what I've got to work on. Now that 14 in the side played perfect. That was exactly what I wanted. That was number 2. And I did not play that the way I was supposed to. Because again, and that's the thing with this game called billiards and pool. It's so mental. It's so mental. I go to play the 4 on the side and I miss it. And now I'm just frustrated. It's not always, don't get me wrong, you need muscle memory, you need stroke, you need to know how to play. But it reaches a point like that shot. I should not have missed that. When you get to the point where you know how to play a decent level, you've got the muscle memory, then it comes down to mental stamina. I played that 11 perfect to get on this shot just the way I wanted, with a little angle to be able to come out and play this other one in the corner. And I played it perfect. Those 3 shots, if I could duplicate them 10 times, I would have 2 of these table exercises non-stop, no misses. That's what I've got to get to. That's the goal. So this time we start with the 4 rather. And then I decide to go for the 1. So now we got 2 in a row. I bring the cue ball out some. A little more than what I wanted, but it's still okay because I've got a shot. So that gives me number 3. And you notice how that 3rd or 4th shot, I always end up shooting this one in the corner? I'm working on that. Now I used some inside to slow this thing down, and that inside caused me to scratch. There's certain shots I still just got to get together. So that was 4, I do believe. So now I'm still counting this because I didn't miss a shot, I just scratched. So that was 4. And then this was 5. At least I think I got my numbers right. Y'all can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. And then this gives me 6. But you see how I'm able to transition for a certain period of time where I need to be in the general area? I may not be at the parking spot in the parking lot, but I'm at the parking lot. And I just got to figure out how to get to row Z, L2, or whatever parking spot in the parking lot so that I'm consistent for my next shot. The 3, same thing, with a little bit of pace. I need to get up the table some and get off the rail. Just a little bit of English and a little bit of pace. I play the 6, perfect, and it goes like it's supposed to. And I'm starting to build something here. I got a corner shot. I'm using a little bit of English, a little bit of inside, and it takes perfectly. So now I rolled a little bit too far. I would have liked to have played that 5 in the bottom corner closest to us, but that did not work out that way. So I go to play the 3, and I don't play it well. And I don't get the cross corner bank either. So now we've got 4 balls left on the table, and I'm frustrated mentally. But it's okay. This is part of the learning process. Shout out to the OGs that know about that weightlifting geek thing from back in the day. I was so mad I stood up and I missed that. If I'd stayed down, I would have stroked it well, but I missed it because I stood up. So now I get mad, I fire that one, use some English to come back out, so now I can play my next shot. You see what I mean? I'm in the parking lot. I just got to figure out how to get into that parking space. I wanted to play that 15 after, but I missed it. So I got this side pocket shot on that 4, and I fire that thing in there like nobody's business. And then I play that in the corner and let the cue ball drift down. So, this is the thing. Billiards or pool is just like any other sport. Take archery, for instance. You've got to be able to see your spot and hit it every time. Now, I decided to start on the other side of the cue ball this time with that first shot. And blunder, disaster. Completely missed it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just bring this back out because there's no reason to even move anything else. And this ended up being my second best run with this exercise. I got another 7 in a row. We'll start with the 5. 1. Now we got a shot on the corner. Oh, I select to play that one next. Okay, so that gives me 2. Let the cue ball drift some. It does not scratch. Perfect. Play that in the side. That gives me 3. Now I've got a shot. I got to play this 7, but I've got to play it right. I'm adjusting the angle and using some spin, and it plays. So that gives me 4. Then this is number 5. 5. Now I can play the 10 in the corner. That gives me 6. Play the 10 in the corner. The same thing, using English. Come back down just like I'm supposed to be. Just like I'm supposed to be. Now, had I looked, I probably should have played that 9 close to me in that corner. But I like to play that one in the side. Now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. So I decide. Now's when I decide to play the 9. Or I think about it. Let's see if I get the bridge and actually do it. I get the longer cue. And I make it. That was 7. Used English to come back. Drifted a little more than what I wanted to. A little bit more pace than what I needed. But we're working on it. Now, for this video, I'm not going to cut out the background audio. I'm going to let everything ride and see what happens. And see, that's where I missed on that 9. I aimed off just a little bit. That was 7 straight. So I play the 9, come back out. But we'll let all the audio play and we'll see what happens with monetization and everything. So that was 1. Then this is number 2. Kind of bumped that 1 when I didn't necessarily want to. Same thing. Working on that corner, that side pocket shot. That pace is what allowed me to get behind the 1 again. So now I'm just kind of moving around. I'm trying to float across the table. I'm trying to create a shot that is the best shot for the next shot. And same thing here. I come off the rail because I want to play that 8 in the corner. But I can't do that if I'm sitting on that far rail. So I got to use a little English to come out and try to get where I need to be. Now I go to play the 8 in the corner. Play it perfect. Now I'm trying to get behind the 10 to play it in the same pocket. But I stroked that 8 so good because I don't normally make that shot well that I thought I could put some extra on it and play the shot. But I played so much extra that it went across the table and scratched. And then I drift a 10, played in the corner, using some English to spin it in that pocket. And that. So this day I got in 4 hours of practice. So that's part 1. We're going to come back with part 2. But this is a preview of part 2. Still working on some non-ball. Kind of switch back to that after the drills. As always, thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you. Jay the Motivator. Stay strong, stay positive, stay active. M squad. So I play that. Now I go to play the 1, and I don't really have shape from the break on the 1. It's just not there. But I try to line my angle up because I've got just enough space on that 1 where it's poking out past the 4 that if I play it right, I can get it to go. And I just miss it. So now the 1 sitting behind the 2. Now this is the shot we'll talk about in the next video. How to get around the ball in a situation like this. But until then, get ready for part 2. I have more to show, more to share, and more fails for you to see. But in the meantime, take care, y'all.